Good afternoon, YouTubers. It's 12:36 in Germany, somewhere around Hannover, and I'm here with Mercedes, and its baby AMG A45 AMG. It's something many of you were asking about. Let's go over the stats. 360 horsepower, 450 newton meters of torque, all this squeezed from a 2-liter turbocharged engine with a twin-scroll turbocharger thing somewhere under the bonnet. As it is customary with AMG cars, one person assembles your entire engine, and in this case, it was Heiko Barthel. Good job, Heiko. The whole interior is rather subtle. On this model there's some red trim, some carbon on the dash, but I need the AMG logos to remind me where I'm sitting. I've driven this car on German unrestricted motorway, through some villages and along country roads. The car I'm driving right now has the standard suspension and the standard exhaust. The word that pops into my mind is comfortable, but it doesn't feel special until you floor it. This car can achieve some outrageous speeds, so in the name of public safety, the good people at Mercedes decided to let us have a go around the Bilster Berg Circuit. Okay, so now we are on the track. So I already tried driving here in a A250. So now they give us the AMG Edition 1, which is stiffer than the standard car, and you can feel it instantly. It's much better. Now this is a tricky track. There are a lot of blind corners. There are a lot of changes in elevation, and well, it's a bit of a handful. I'm not your everyday track day driver, you see. Hard on the brakes, good brakes here. Now we'll see whether we can get the tail out sliding just a wee bit on one of the hairpins. I've got an SLS AMG in front of me as a pace car. Of course, it's keeping the pace that we can follow, at least most of us. There's a long corner here, a chicane, and then a hairpin. 180, braking hard for this long corner. The four-wheel drive system is doing its best to keep up. Although it is a 4MATIC, it is not permanent all-wheel drive. Up to 50% of torque is sent to the rear wheels when needed. So here I am at the AMG drive. That's with A45 AMG and CLA-45 AMG. Yesterday it was the A45, today it's the CLA-45. A couple of things I noticed. This car has to be properly spec'd. You have to take a lot of extras to actually make this car feel special. Here I have a bit of Alcantara on the steering wheel. I have some red stitching and some aluminium panels here, and that's it. In the car I drove yesterday, there was carbon finish on the dashboard and there were red seat belts. Whoopee. It's not much for a car that puts out 360 actually horsepower from a 2-liter engine with 450 newton meters of torque, 4.6 seconds 0 to 100 time. You'd expect something slightly more special You'd also expect a more special sound, and well, I spoke with the Mercedes AMG experts about it, and they said that the target group for this car is quite big, because you have anyone from 30-something to 40-something, and the 30-somethings might want a bit more aggressive look, a bit more aggressive sound, and they will definitely want all the body kits and the performance exhaust. And then there are those 40-somethings who may want something a bit more discreet, but with a lot of oomph, and this car delivers the oomph. So, to sum up, you have to spend at least twice what the standard A180 costs. For this, you get a very discreet car, which you can further enhance by giving it a sport exhaust and a sport suspension. Interestingly enough, the performance figures remain the same. What is truly amazing about this car, though, is the fuel economy. Not the manufacturer's figures, but the real figures. A 360 horsepower car can do between 9 and 12 liters per 100 kilometers, no matter how fast you drive it. Now, that's an achievement.